All right, my screen does not look like what I thought it was going to look like, but that's okay. Um, that's weird. Okay, well, it looks a lot better on my preview screen than it came out, but I will keep working with the layout. So welcome, happy Sunday. I'm going to be doing a little bit of makeup and a little bit of stretching today, but I'll be doing makeup first so that I look nice for the second half of the video. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to start with a little bit of primer. I'm going to go in with this little Smashbox Prep and Prime. And this is, it's like a green primer, so it does help balance out the red in my face, presumably. It stresses me out a little bit because I have to make sure I really blend it. Otherwise I have these weird little green patches on my face. I got this as like a little free sample product. I don't know if I love it, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm so into my like e.l.f. primer that I normally use that I don't know. This one's just not impressing me. But I don't need to keep my makeup on that long today, so it'll work just to have my this little Smashbox primer on. I'm so mad about the way my stream came out. I like tried so hard to like get this perfect little text box so that like my like chats and stuff would show up with like a nice border, but it just showed up as a little rectangle, but that's okay. I am going to go in with a little bit of foundation here. I'm just gonna wet my makeup sponge, and I am gonna clean all these like later today or tomorrow also. So I'm gonna go in here with a little bit of my Yoma Beauty Say What foundation. Just start to pat this on my face. I've been watching a lot of videos that say that you should apply your foundation with your fingers instead, but I don't know. I just can't seem to bring myself to want to do that because I will just have foundation all over my hands, which does not sound great. I'd rather just have it all over the sponge and spend a good amount of time cleaning this sponge every week. I'm just blending all of this out so that everything is covered somewhat. I guess since it's a Sunday and I have a little bit more time, I guess I will go in and use a little bit of concealer. Alright, that looks pretty decent. I don't need my makeup to last that long. I'm gonna meet my neighbors later, so I need a little something on my face so I don't look scary. Cover up my acne with my foundation here. Alright. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Morphe concealer. This is definitely lighter than my foundation, just so that I can brighten up my face a little bit. I like to do just the inner corner and the outer part instead of doing a full on like triangle, just because this is really all the product I feel like I need. And I'm going to blend it, but first I'm going to do a little bit of setting spray and set all of this in place a little bit, just so the foundation can just soak that in. Save a little bit of time here. I'm gonna go in with this brush. I used to use this for powder because I'd use this in to blend the concealer, and then like I'd put the powder on here. But I've been using it for blush because it's it's caused me some stress with my new blush, or my new blush has caused me stress. I don't know, but I'm gonna go in with this like little beauty blender end. Just get this a little bit wet and just blend out my concealer. This could also end up being a big disaster for me. Like I've like let my concealer sit too long and it's just made like a big mess on my face. I don't know if it's the concealer or the way that I apply it, but for me that can cause problems in my makeup routine. But it seems like it's blending out nicely today, so don't have to worry about it. Just kind of brighten up my under eye, make me look less tired. It's funny because I saw this thing where it's like, oh, only when it's like your day off does your body decide like, oh, it's gonna wake you up at like 8 o'clock, like it should every day. And like, I don't know, that's just like so true for me. Like, I like naturally woke up at like 8 this morning and I was like, I need to get more sleep. Like, this was not enough sleep, especially on a weekend. I'm gonna just use this brush and put some of my powder under my eye, just kind of set all of this in place. I'm not gonna be wearing my makeup that long, so I don't think it really matters, but that's okay. I'm gonna go in with the little Laura Mercier puff. Just kind of set my face. I love that it just makes my face very instantly matte. I mean, it just takes away any of the shine immediately, which is cool. Because this little essence powder, it was like $3, so pretty good deal. I don't know if it's like the powder or if it's like this Laura Mercier sponge or both, but they are working great together, so I like it. It's funny because I think this puff was like $25 or something. Like, it was kind of like a lot of money for this like little puff. But this was like $3. So I'm like, well, it kind of balances out, I guess. And they're both like 15 or something. All right, I think that's good on powder. Everything looks nice and mattified here. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of my L'Oreal powder and just kind of re-brighten up these parts of my faces. I'm going to say these parts of my faces. The parts of my face, singular, that got a little bit pale from the powder. Kind of make sure my neck and my face match. Just kind of blend this on down here a little bit. My hair looks a little bit crazy. Sorry. I'll maybe try to put a little hair oil in it. Looks a little crazy from yesterday. I tried to do something unique and different with my hair, and like now it just looks a little haphazardly. That's okay. All right, I am now going to go in with my, everything's like stacked in such a weird order. I'm gonna go in with my Physicians Formula bronzer here, and I am gonna try to go in a bit heavier with it just because once I put blush on, it does get a bit lost in the sauce. So I'm just gonna try to go in a little bit heavier with my bronzer here, just so that when I put the blush on, it doesn't get lost, because I have been struggling with this new blush the last 2 days. And I don't know if it's like my brush that still has old product on it, or if I'm grabbing too much or what, but it has been a struggle the last 2 days, last 2 streams that I've been trying to do my makeup. Alright, let's try to define my cheekbones a little bit here, give my face a little bit more shape and dimension. All right. And that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to try to go in lightly with my new blush. So it's weird because I feel like it shows up very dark on my face, but it's like a very light color. So I think maybe I'm just grabbing too much product. I don't know. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more gentle, because I think like my normal blush is still on here. So just try to use a lighter hand here and just make sure I'm pushing it towards my hairline. Just smile, put it on the cheekbones, and then just push it back towards my hairline. But this blush it's more of a matte. It doesn't have as much shimmer as the last one does, so I do really like this. I think I'm putting too much on. Like, I know now, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's not enough. And then I'm like, oh wow, that's too much. Put on too much. But I'm gonna call that good there. Now I'm going to go in and add a little bit of highlighter here, just a little bit of my Ofra highlighter. Just to add a little bit of shimmer to my face. Looks pretty good. Just a little bit to the nose. I'm just trying to keep this a little bit more like a natural look today. And now I'm going to go in and do my eyes here. I think I'm going to do just like one eyeshadow. And I'm actually going to use I'm going to use the bronzer that I just used, just so it's all very cohesive. So I'm going to go in here with a little bit of my Kat Von D Shake eyeshadow primer and just prime up my eyelids here a little bit, just so that the color stays on. I know I'm not going to be wearing my makeup like that much longer. I mean, it's already like almost 4 o'clock in the day, but it just helps blend things out better. I tried to touch up my makeup one time before a stream, and I was like, I'll just throw on like some eyeshadow really quick. And I like didn't prime, and it's just the colors blended out like terribly. So now I'm like, I just kind of need the primer, even just for blendability purposes. So I do not skip the primer now. I mean, I didn't really skip it before. I just decided to skip it that one day, and that was not good. All right, so I'm just taking a little bit of my bronzer and just trying to sweep this color over a little bit here. Just add a little pop of color to my lid. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm trying to keep it pretty natural. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of eyeliner. Try to do a thin little line. This is the KVD tattoo liner, so it is meant to be a very thin line, like a tattoo. I just, user error. Sometimes it's not as thin as I want. Especially because I'm a little bit far away. I'm like a couple feet away from my mirror, so sometimes I will look at like what I've done for makeup after the stream, and I'm like, oh wow, we need to touch up a couple of things. It's okay. And curl my eyelashes a little bit here. All right, I'm going with a little bit of my Pacifica Vegan Collagen Lash Primer. Just to prime my lashes for the mascara. I feel like it just gives them a little bit of a nicer look. That's good. I try not to put too much of this on because otherwise it just like makes my eyelashes too white and it's harder to cover up later on. So I'm not the best at doing like even coverage. I'm gonna go in here with my Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill little mascara sample that I have been rocking for a few weeks. The sample's lasted me quite a while, I feel like. And I'm still debating whether I want to buy the full size of this or not. I don't know yet. Because I really like it, but I have just been so interested in the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. That's the one I've been buying for the past couple years. I don't know if I'm ready to switch mascaras. But TBD. Until then, I will continue to use the sample, and I really like the sample. Do a little bit of lower lash line mascara here. I think one of the only like cons in this mascara, like why I kind of haven't pulled the trigger and bought the full size, is I don't love the way it does my lower eyelashes as much as I love the way that the Urban Decay Perversion mascara does. So for me, it's definitely like a little bit harder to find something that doesn't make my lower eyelashes look just like clumpy or like not defined enough. So, but I do really like this mascara for my top lashes, and that's probably why I should be like picking a mascara, because that's its primary purpose. But if my lower eyelashes look all like goopy and weird, then I'm not happy. I don't know, I just like that look. And I didn't always put mascara on my lower lashes either, but I like the look. I also used to not put eyeliner on my top eyelid. I put it like on the bottom lid. I don't know why, but I did. So just sometimes, I don't know, things change in your makeup routine over time. Alright, that looks decent. So yeah, like I feel like it does okay on the lower lashes, but I really like the way the Urban Decay one does them better. Now I'm going to go in and do a little bit of eyebrow for myself. So I'm going to do a little outline with my Morphe pencil, just kind of draw something in for myself. Because I do have a little bit of eyebrow naturally, but I do prefer to have more than this. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but this is, I feel like, a more budget substitute to the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil. Because I used to get that one, but I do go through these pencils like once a month, so I do have a stash of like 4 extras of these right now, just because if I run out of this, then I have a really hard time doing my makeup. And sometimes these pencils are a little bit harder to get my hands on. I don't know why, because I don't think they're that popular, but I guess they just don't get restocked at Ulta that often. Because I like to use the 350 off 15 coupon at Ulta on these. So I'll like try to buy like 3 of these because they're $6 and I can get the 350 off. But sometimes they don't have 3 of them for me to buy, so then I have to think of something else to buy. But that's why I have a stockpile, so I have time to try to acquire more on sale and things. I feel like that's kind of like big makeup pro tip is if you go to Ulta and you're buying things like from like the cheaper drugstore side, always use a coupon because they always have coupons. And like I feel bad when people will like buy stuff and not have the coupon. It's like literally just Google Ulta coupon and there's coupons and you can use that and get $3.50 off. When I was working there, I would tell people, I'm like, just Google a coupon right now. Like, especially like younger individuals that were like in high school or middle school. Like I feel like where you're really just like, you don't have a lot of money for stuff like that. I'm like, get a coupon. And they'd be like so happy that I told them to like get a coupon. Because that's kind of like a whole nother makeup product that they're like able to buy with that $3.50 that was saved. Alright, just filling in my eyebrows here with the matching Morphe pomade to the brow pencil I just put on. I was like, these look great, and I'm like, oh, I'm missing this whole like little section of my eyebrows. Alright, I'm just going to try to make them a little bit softer, so I'm just going to go in with a little spoolie and just try to soften these up a little bit here. Alright, not bad. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the NYX Brow Freak and just, or Control Freak. No, not a Brow Freak. A little bit of the Control Freak brow gel here, just to keep everything I just drew in place. I normally like to wipe this off, but I'm washing my towels right now. And I'm just going to finish this off with a little bit of NYX setting spray. I also saw on like a TikTok, Facebook reel thing that if you really want your makeup to last, like in between each of your layers, you should be using setting spray. And I'm like, that's way too much setting spray. I cannot set that much. Like I set my face twice and that seems like a lot already. That's okay. All right. Just try to dry this down a little bit here. Put on lipstick and then we'll get into a little bit of scrunching. Yay. This is basically what I do for work every day. Just my quick like 15-20 minute makeup routine. Just there's something on my face. Go in with a little bit of my MAC Prep and Prime here just to moisturize my lips for a little bit of lipstick here. I'm gonna go in with yet another Kat Von D product. This is one of my like favorite like lipstick, like for just like every day. And I thought I lost this one, but I found it in my purse. Craft Diego. Oh, you're a makeup artist and body painter. That's really cool. I've worked in a makeup store, but I would hardly say I am a makeup person. I just like to put makeup on my face. Alright, put a little bit of lipstick here. Just trying to keep this a little bit more natural. Oh, thank you. You were so sweet. I'm try to smile here and just kind of see what this is looking like. It's funny because I thought I did a good job on my lipstick in my stream yesterday, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is really patchy. So hopefully today's comes out a little bit better. Oh, thank you so much, Craft Diego. Oh no, I'm sorry your day was really bad. Pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with this. Trying to move us over to a little bit more like natural light. So I feel like it's just like pretty light and natural-ish. So not bad, not bad. All right, I'm going to relocate us to the stretching portion of this stream. So let me just mute this. Oh no, I'm sorry you got bullied. Oh my goodness. I feel like I should scoot this down just a smidge. Just a smidge here. All right. Hopefully I don't run into anything. All right. We're going to start with a little bit of butterfly here for our little Sunday stretches. It's not like super warm where I'm at. But I don't know. I like went on a walk through my neighborhood yesterday and it was just like, it was so hot. So I don't know. I'm trying to do something to stay like kind of coolish, even though it's only in the 80s. So I don't know. I'm going to try to just lean forward a little bit here to get into this stretch. I've been quite bad about stretching lately. So I don't know. I gotta do more stretch streams. There was like one point I feel like I was like stretching like a few times a week, and now like it's like once a week. All right, we're gonna start with my less flexible leg here. So I'm going to extend my leg out to the side here and reach over for my foot. Oh no, oh my goodness, what a day you've had, Craft Diego. That's pretty crazy. All right, I'm gonna try to face my foot here and just get into this stretch a little bit more. This is my less flexible side, unfortunately, so I feel like things don't look as good over here, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Just gonna try to lean over the front of all of this here also, just to really get into the stretch. All right. Switch legs over here onto the other side. Hopefully you all can see me. Even though this is, I feel like, my more flexible side, it still hurts. All right. I'm just gonna lean over the front of this one as well here. All right. I'm gonna switch it up here a little bit. So we just did this leg, that's okay. So I'm gonna make like a little L here. I'm gonna reach for my front foot. And then I'm going to just reach towards the center of this as best as I can. I'm really feeling these stretches because I have not stretched in a while, but I'm gonna try to stretch like right down like the middle here, like 45-degree angle. So I feel like stretching is something that like it should be kind of relaxing, but I don't know. I just feel like I need to stretch more or something because it just hurts. I'm gonna do the same thing over on the other side. I'm going to reach for my front foot here. You guys can sort of see it in the reflection behind me what I'm doing. Oh, my little skort tags hanging out. And same thing again, just like 45 degrees, just reach over here. All right, I'm going to kind of, I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna kind of like sit, I guess, just kind of with my legs out and just reach over the front here. Again, just, I'm really feeling these stretches. I feel like this should be more relaxing than it is, but things just hurt. And I'm gonna switch legs here. Same thing I did over on the other side. Just stretch it over. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a lunge here. If I can get up, hopefully I'm still in the camera frame. Let me try to scoot over a little bit, but I'm gonna pop into a little lunge here. I'm just gonna kind of rock back and forth in my lunge just so that, I don't know, I can hurt myself some more, I guess. You can always kind of do a little bit of yoga here. Just twist up as well. But even just the lunge, I feel like hurts. I'm gonna switch legs over here. I'm gonna kind of rock back and forth in my lunge. Popped off my little mic also. All right, hopefully that stays on. Just twist up here a little bit. All right, let me make sure my mic is secured in here. All right, we're good. I'm gonna move on to one of my favorite stretches. I don't know, I feel like this one hurts in such a good way. So I'm gonna get on my back here. I'm just gonna stack my ankle on top of my knee. And I'm going to pull my knee towards me. And I feel like this is something where, like, in a yoga class, I could probably just sit here with the pain for like a minute. Because it's sort of relaxing, but it's also very painful at the same time. All right, let's switch legs here. Just pull the other knee in towards me. And like try to relax at the same time as being pained by my stretcher. right, give myself a little hug here and roll up. I'm gonna continue my stretches. I guess it's kind of the more like typical stretches that I feel like we were all taught kind of like in like PE classes. So I'm gonna just reach down over to one side here. And then I'm gonna reach for the middle. And over to the other side. And I don't know if you all will be able to see this, but I'm gonna grab one ankle, pull it towards me. Same thing on the other side. I gotta hold on to something or it will fall over. And then I'm just gonna bend one knee, flex the other foot, just kind of rock and stretch it out here a little bit. Same thing over on the other side. And also one of my personal favorite stretches, just because I've hurt myself before, so just putting my foot up against a flat surface and just kind of really stretching the back of the heel, that Achilles there. Same thing on the other side. Just pushing those toes forward, really getting that Achilles stretch in. All right, let's move on to a little bit of a back stretch here. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of kind of like yoga-esque things here. So just kind of alternatively stretching my back out. All right, my hair's in the way. Now, we're gonna cross one leg in front, pull the other one over. I'm just gonna do a little twist here. That just cracked my back. Do the same thing over on the other side, just crossing one leg in front and crossing the other one over and on top. Just kind of twisting here. All right, that's pretty good. I'm gonna just get into a little bit of a butterfly stretch here again. If I can stretch out my arms, just gonna go across my body here and stretch. Same thing over on this side. Above my head, stretching a little bit more. Same thing on this side. And let me face sideways for this one so that you can see a little bit better. I'm gonna put my hand out in front of me. Just pull my fingers back, just and get that wrist stretch, which I feel like is great if you're like typing or gaming a lot. Other side, just stretching out that wrist, pulling those fingers back. And then another one, so they like use this like in high school and middle school to like test how like fit we were, I guess. So I'm gonna try to just get my hair out of the way and just sort of reach my hands together and see if I can get them to connect in the back. This one I can like grab them together. This one I feel like I have to like position my arm to try to get them there, and they just like barely touch. I don't know what that means. I need to stretch out more, but I feel like now I like want to be able to do it. Trying to think, am I forgetting any other stretches? I feel like I went through this kind of quick because I like did not have the right setup to be like playing any sort of music while we were doing this, so it was a little bit more of a quicker stretch. But I'm gonna end, I feel like, on kind of just like a nice little stretch. Just gonna extend my legs in front of me and just reach over the top here. I feel like just, I don't know, like we're just putting everything back together, back where it belonged after we just stretched it all, stretched it all out. All right. It's been a while. I feel like I need to get better at doing my stretch stream, so I'll try to do another stretch stream. And I'll try to find some like new stretches to throw into. I feel like I've just been doing the same stretches, which like still hurt me every time. So I don't feel like I'm like, oh no, like I'm too good at these stretches, I need more. I'm like, these stretches still hurt me. But that's okay. I'll try to find something a little bit different to like throw in there and mix it up too as well. But thank you all for hanging out with me. On Sunday, I will try to do my little weekly makeup brush cleaning either tonight or tomorrow. So hopefully I will see you all there for that. Appreciate my subs, appreciate my followers, appreciate just everyone who hangs out with me on the comments. It makes the stream just less of me monologuing. If you're not already following, I'd really appreciate the follow. Just kind of helps me out and lets me know that you were here. But anyway, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you in my next stream. Bye.